How's it going, everybody? Today I want to talk a little bit about wage slave trap. Have you heard about it before? Now, you have heard about the Monday blues, right? The feeling of not wanting to go to work Monday morning, right? The Monday anxiety. Why do people have that? A lot of people hate their jobs, and let's be real. You don't necessarily love your job for the most part, right? It's something that provides you with the income that you that is making your life comfortable. It's something that you want, the money that it's given to you. So that's why you work, right? Now, for those people who are really passionate about their work, their job that they're doing right now, and they're really happy about it, well, kudos to you guys. You're really lucky. It also part of it might be luck, but part of it could be that you created that life for you. But most of the people, it's a wage slave trap, meaning we are all wage slaves. We are actually in that job that we hate, but we have to do it because we need the money, we need the income, we need the salary, so that we can maintain the lifestyle that we have. Even if it is a small lifestyle, we need that income, right? And because of that, we do not have enough time to pursue anything else. Now, people might talk about hobbies, people might talk about passion, but we don't have time to do any of those. So today I want to talk about, a little bit about, what wage slave, being a wage slave is, and is there a way out? Can we break free? I would say yes, definitely. And I want to inspire you today to try and think about it. Like if you feel like you're trapped in this rat race, in this endless cycle of work and then go to sleep, you don't have any time. You just collect the paycheck, live paycheck to paycheck, try and make ends meet, and then repeat the cycle of work again. You know, no downtime, that kind of scenario. If you feel like that's you, um, well, that's most of the people. So if that's completely normal, but if you feel like that's the case, I want to inspire you today. I want to motivate you a little bit to think about how we can break free from this, right? So it is to begin with, right? Now, before I dive into it, this is something that I've already written. This is my blog. I'm actually talking from my blog. So it's wealthlemonade.com. If you want to visit it, there are a few blogs about some financial stuff. Um, but why are we programmed into staying in this trap, right? Because it's a blueprint that we are handed. When we are born, from childhood onwards, we have seen that our parents are going to work. We see that all the society, they're going to work. They're getting a job. You go to school, get a degree, find a stable job, work hard, climb the ladder, and you die. So, it is the safe path or the safest path everybody would subscribe to us. That promises security, respectability, and a comfortable life. And there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes, a good a good career path might take you to the life of your dreams. But most of the time, what happens is that we are just trapped in that rat race, right? It's a relentless cycle of striving, competing, keeping up with everyone else, right? So um, that's also there's a comfort of familiarity in it, right? You follow a routine. There's a predictability in it. There are no risks. So you have a 9 to 5 schedule. It's a rhythm, and then you can go on and repeat that every day. The alternative, which is stepping into the unknown, is kind of terrifying because you do not know what is out there, right? So emotionally or psychologically, this is something that is very practical. This is something that you can stick to, right? And know that you're going to earn a steady salary. And for some people, this could also mean golden handcuffs, because for some people, you know, the salaries are so high that they don't want to just give up the salaries. Each time you have a raise, each time you're having a promotion, and you gain some work experience and add um, some bullet points to that impressive resume that you have, what happens is that now this position that you've earned, you feel like that cannot be lost. These are called golden handcuffs, or these are some reward systems that are made and set up in a way that you cannot come out of. You can't get out of that thing. It's kind of a loyalty program. It makes it increasingly difficult to walk away, right? Because you have more to lose. You feel like there is more you need to protect, right? So there's, you're not willing to give up your comfortable lifestyle, your job security, all of those things. The money keeps coming in. You're investing. You see the growth, and so that's called the golden handcuffs, right? And the lifestyles that we have in front of us, the various things that are being offered to us, isn't helping either. Because as our income progresses, there's definitely a lot of things we can splurge on, right? Like a nicer house, a nicer car, like things or stuff that we can buy, frequent vacations that we can do, various stuff that we could um, carry to our home that actually adds up or eats up our income, right? So this is called lifestyle creep, and this is also kind of a gradual increase in spending, and before you know it, you need more income to come in to make sure you sustain that increased expenses, right? So lifestyle creep is another thing, um, and another bullet point here, like I've written here, the perks of debt, which is just credit's double-edged sword, right? Now, the modern financial systems are built to encourage spending, like credit cards, loans, buy now, pay later schemes, all of those. You can swipe a credit card and get and buy the biggest of things, right? And you can pay later. So it makes it easier. All of those buying is in your fingertips, right? So now it's easier than ever for you to just swipe away and be in debt. But again, then you're in a trap. Now, whenever you are in debt, that's a trap. You're becoming a slave, right, to whoever you're liable or you're obliged to pay back. So it's a subtle trap. Now you need to pay back that debt, so we need to work, keep on working. This cycle of obligation continues, right? And in today's culture, busyness or being busy is celebrated, right? It is the normalization of overwork. People are encouraging hustle work. It's being celebrated. People like the grit and everything. There's so much that you feel like if you're only working like the normal hours, you're somehow not carrying that work ethic that somebody is expected to carry, right? So it's a if you've heard in Japan, a lot of people work late nights, and it's a very toxic culture where they die on their desks, right? And it's being celebrated because it's like, oh, that person had a great work ethic, right? And slowly, Western culture is being eaten up live by this social pressure of keeping up and hustling, and anybody who's not doing it is kind of falling behind, kind of thing. And it needs to stop. I mean, you don't have to glorify overwork, right? You need to work. Yes, that's true. But you need to actually find your life's passion doing that, right? So the normalization of overwork is also kind of one of the reasons, um, and we wanna see how we can shift that mindset and take control of our life. It's not like a paradigm shift that happens overnight. It's not something that you can just change and just leave your job and quit whatever you're doing and then just nose dive into something else and kind of make it big. No, um, that's silly either, right? So what you want to do is, you want to make freedom a choice, not an escape, right? You want to break free from the wage dependency. So there are a lot of people who are just quitting their jobs and just running away and then kind of figuring out what they want next. And that's kind of a risk they're taking. For some people, it might work out. For some people, it might not. But the goal isn't to reject work altogether, but it is to reclaim your right to choose how. I know a friend of mine who said that they made a big with one of the companies, the startup companies that he did, and they were at the beach for some time. They were doing golf courses, playing golf, and after some time, they got tired of doing all of that. and they're like, what next? Right now, there's nothing much they can do. They're set for life, a lot of money, and they intentionally went back to work because work actually meant something for them. They were solving some stuff, they were helping people, and that actually had some purpose. So what I'm telling you is not to run away from work, but find meaningful work in your life. You should be able to choose what you are doing and when you're doing and who you're doing with, where you're doing it from. All of those things are choices that if you don't have enough resources, you can't make those choices. So what I'm encouraging you to do or inspiring you to do is start small and try and regain all of those freedom, like those the choices, make it yours, right? So like one of the myths that I want to bust about financial freedom is that it requires like a big win, like a lottery win, or like um, a stock market, like a crypto win, or something like that. But it cannot be farther away from the reality, right? Most of these the wins that people have or financial freedom that people have earned them and for themselves is by taking small consistent steps, right? So it could be like dedicating an hour each to your passion project or learning new skills, adding more to your skill set, right? Spending some money to enroll to a course that'll actually make a difference to what you're doing, and give you a little bit more income potential. Or it might be something that you start on the side if you're like a content creator, if you're like a marketer, digital marketer, right? Or if you're an artist, or something that you're passionate about. If you want to create a business around it, or if you want to make some money around it, I'm talking about financial freedom here. Yes. You know, Straight to the point, we want to get some extra bucks on the side so that we have enough resources. We have that emergency fund. We have enough resources to invest and grow so that we have that choice and freedom in our life. So, how do we go in that path, right? So it's never a straight line. Like when you evolve in your journey of financial freedom, definitely there are going to be setbacks, right? But it's about uh, not giving up and just you know starting small and keeping the pace. Doing the stuff that you've never done before, just trying it out, and then embracing the unknown. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you know the it'll start picking up pace, and you'll know that uh, there are certain things that you need to do to make your to to hone your craft, to make sure that you're moving forward perfectly. All of those stuff that'll come in time, right? If you've heard about serendipity and synchronicity, now you've always heard about business people who, if we ask them, hey, did you know that you were going to make it big with this particular business that you have right now? They'll be like, oh, I never started with this. I was having a totally different business, right? And along the lines, I picked up some connections, and they introduced me to this opportunity, and I was like, I would have never heard about this opportunity otherwise. And then finally I got into this, and all of those stuff. That is the universe helping you in unexpected ways, right? Serendipity. Just start, and then you would know that it might not be the path that you're um, it might not be the path that'll take you to the win, to the goal, right? It's different connections that are being made, that'll lead you to the path. So you might not end up doing the same thing that you started with, but you'll have that information when time comes, and then serendipity and synchronicity will help you in getting your doors open and getting to the right path, right? And no journey is without obstacles. You'll definitely have some setbacks and disappointments, and let that not stop you. Keep it as a challenge. Have the growth mindset and keep moving forward, because these are all learning experiences, right? You keep learning and keep believing in your ability to create change, and just believe in yourself and step forward, and you can make it, right? Now, if you ask the best time you should have started this opportunity was like 20 years ago, assuming you're 20 years or older, right? If not, 10 years ago or whatever, right? But the second best time is now, right? So time is now. Go start it. Right now, you have so much opportunity with the technology, with the AI, with uh, all of these opportunities that is in front of you. You just have to start. It was never this easy to um, start something and pick up pace, right? Just create value, create something that will provide value to people, create something that helps many, and then before you know it, it'll pick up pace, right? Your circumstances, your situations, your age, the place that you're at, your gender, your race, all of those doesn't even matter. Don't worry about all those things. Those are your mind trying to demotivate yourself by the conditioning that the society and everybody around you is giving you. Ignore all that. Those are all noise, right? Just shut down all of that, um, and don't even worry about being perfect. You have to value action over perfection, right? Don't wait. Now, um, some of the advices that we've got is like if you don't feel like if the first thing, like the first business or action that you did, if it's not cringe, then you're already late, right? So don't even worry about perfection. Just start because you'll gain momentum by doing, right? Not by waiting. Because if you're trying to make it the perfect perfect craft, then somebody already would have started doing it, and you lost the opportunity. Just start. Doesn't even matter. Like, who are you afraid of? Who are you scared of? The society? Well, the society is not going to help you get your freedom. So you just start and you just keep moving forward. And before you know it, there'll be a time where you'd be happy that you did it, right? Um, so your first step, that's very important. Just break free from what you're doing right now and reclaim your right to choose, right? It's an ongoing adventure. It's about the journey too, right? It's not about the goal. So make your life interesting, take up opportunities, challenges, and life will reward you. Okay, your freedom is just waiting for you. The goal that you're seeking is seeking you. Know that. And again, this blog is for informational and motivational purposes only, and does not constitute any financial advice. So um, please use it as your personalized guidance. But if you need further professional guidance, consult a qualified professional. All right. Thank you. Cheers to your freedom. Good luck. So take that first step and keep moving forward, guys. Thank you.